Have you ever wondered what would happen if the magic of Christmas hid a dark secret? Imagine a world where the festive spirit becomes synonymous with terror, and the laughter of children transforms into screams of anguish. In this tale, we will explore the true story behind the Grinch, the character we all know as the villain of Christmas. But what if I told you that his hatred for the holidays is merely a facade for a much more sinister plan? The legend tells that the Grinch doesn't just steal gifts. He uses them as part of a macabre ritual designed to trap the souls of the inhabitants of Whoville. Each gift he takes becomes a vessel, a dark container that harbors the tortured spirit of its owner. The Grinch's cave, hidden among snow-covered mountains, is a terrifying place. Inside, thousands of gifts piled to the ceiling wait anxiously to be opened. But there is no joy in them. Each box wrapped with shiny ribbons is, in fact, a prison for lost souls. The echoes of their laments resonate in the cold darkness, a chilling symphony that accompanies the Grinch as he plots his final ritual. As Christmas approaches, his collection grows larger and more powerful. Each year, the Grinch eagerly awaits the night when he can execute his master plan, to transform Whoville into a realm of eternal nightmare. Christmas, once a celebration of love and joy, will become an endless festival of horror. As December 24th draws near, the Grinch stealthily moves through the snow-laden streets of Whoville. With every step he takes, he feels the dark energy accumulating around him. The full moon illuminates his path and reflects his hunched and shadowy figure. The laughter and festive music echo in the distance, but he cannot bear those sounds. To him, they are mere reminders of the pain he has endured over the years. The hatred he feels towards the Whos is not just for their happiness. It is because he himself has been stripped of it. Every time he steals a gift, he feels a mix of satisfaction and desperation. He knows that at the end of the day, what he truly desires is to feel what they feel: love, joy, and hope. As he approaches the largest and most decorated house in town, the mayor's home, a twisted idea blooms in his mind. This year will be different. This year he won't just steal gifts. This year he will capture the soul of the mayor himself. With that soul in his possession, he will have enough power to complete the final ritual and unleash horror upon Whoville. The Grinch stops in front of the door adorned with bright lights and a festive wreath. His heart races as he peers through the window. Families gathered around a decorated tree, sharing laughter and warm embraces. A pang of jealousy pierces his chest. That human warmth is something he will never experience. With a swift and silent movement, he opens the door and steps into the house. The air is thick with the aroma of freshly baked cookies and cinnamon. He feels like an intruder in this world filled with light and love. However, he has a purpose. Every gift he takes will be another step toward his ultimate goal. He moves nimbly among decorated trees and gifts piled beneath them. With trembling but determined hands, he begins to fill his sack with everything he can carry: shiny toys, new clothes, and delicious sweets. But as he steals each shiny object, something strange begins to happen. A dark shadow seems to follow him from the corners of the room. Whispers barely audible fill the cold air. "Give them back," say voices in a distant echo. "You can't have them." The Grinch pauses for a moment. Fear begins to seep into his heart, hardened by years of loneliness and resentment. Yet he shakes off that feeling quickly. He cannot afford to doubt now. With each stolen gift, he feels how the trapped souls within begin to awaken. Their cries are soft at first, but soon turn into heartbreaking wails that resonate in his mind like an unending storm. The Grinch tries to ignore them. After all, they are just lost souls trapped in their shiny prisons. But as he continues stealing more objects, their laments grow louder and more insistent. At one point, one of the gifts begins to glow intensely before opening by itself. A spectral figure emerges from within, the tormented spirit of a girl named Lucy who had tragically lost her life during a Christmas celebration years ago. Her gaze is filled with sadness and desperation as she looks at the Grinch with tear-filled eyes. "Why are you doing this?" Lucy asks in a trembling but firm voice. "Don't you understand that every gift has a story? Each one represents love and hope for someone else." Her words resonate deeply within the Grinch. For the first time, he feels a pang of remorse, but the impulse for ritual is too strong. He must continue with his plan, even if it means ignoring the heartbreaking pleas from trapped souls inside stolen gifts. With each object added to his dark sack, he feels his own humanity slowly fading away. Finally, he arrives at the last gift, the largest and shiniest one under the mayor's tree. His heart races as he lifts it. He knows this object holds enough power to complete his collection and perform the final ritual. But before he can escape with it, Lucy appears before him once again. "If you go through with this," she says softly yet firmly, "you will be lost forever." Her words resonate like distant bells in the Grinch's mind. For once, he truly doubts his actions. As he holds that last gift in his trembling hands, memories long forgotten begin to surface. Shared laughter with friends during past celebrations and familial warmth that he used to feel before letting himself be consumed by bitterness and hatred towards others. An internal conflict erupts within him. Should he proceed with his macabre plan, or should he free these trapped souls? The struggle between darkness and light intensifies as he recalls what Christmas truly meant. With tears welling up in his emerald green eyes dulled by so much accumulated pain, he finally decides to drop the gift onto the ground before turning to flee into the surrounding darkness, leaving behind not only stolen gifts, but also part of an overwhelming weight he'd carried for so long. As he runs towards the mountain where his dark cave lies empty, now feels an odd mixture between relief and uncertainty. Although he's freed some trapped souls, there remains much work ahead to repair damage caused over all those years. Thus concludes this story about how even those steeped in shadows can find light if they are willing to confront their deepest fears, leaving behind old destructive habits, seeking instead to build new connections based on love, compassion, hope. If you enjoyed this story about the dark side behind the Grinch, don't forget to leave your comment on what you thought and subscribe for more chilling tales like this, because here there's always room to explore hidden mysteries behind everyday life. See you soon, friends, followers. We'll meet again on our next terrifying adventure.